Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was a thief. He was decoyed, a rover. He could not fight with enemies who were more powerful than him, the Mughals. So, he used guerrilla warfare even today. You will find keyboard warriors on the internet who keep making such uneducated comments. It is not their fault. It is the fault of our history textbook. Because in Maharashtra, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is considered a god, but he is missing from every textbook outside our state board books. We asked our audience if they had even thought about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in school. The answer was shocking, because our history textbook have made Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj a local hero. All of us has been taught in our schools that there was no difference between the Marathas and the Mughals. Both were fighting for their own kingdoms. They were looking for their own benefit. So both are the same, right? The only difference is that the Mughals were more successful, their impact was more deep. That is why their history is taught to all children. Even the historians who decide which part of history should be in the syllabus believe the same. Let's break the illusion of these historians today. Let's understand why Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was important for both Maharashtra and India, and take to win just 3 points, because of which his impact spread from north to south, east to west, including Maharashtra. And he literally saved India. Many of you like the facts we share. You watch our videos and like them too. If you like this video, then please click on the subscribe button, because it's free for you, but it helps chapter 1. Let's start with the map. You must have seen this map in every history book, in every geography book. India will not have been a country. India would not have had this map if Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj would not have been the vision this. How would it be if today's India was attacked by the Mughals, the Nizams and the Portuguese, the Britishers, the French, all from different sides? British, who ruled us for 200 years, they wanted to capture India in 17th century. Think, who stopped them? Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Without Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, then the Portuguese and the Mughals would have destroyed the country. Portuguese navies was very strong, Mughals had a strong infantry. It was impossible to defeat the Portuguese in water, and the Mughals were very powerful on land. But Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj wit was more powerful than the two. Using his wit, he made a very efficient relationship with Portuguese. Chhatrapati know that the Portuguese cannot be trusted. They are not our own. But there is no need to make them our enemy. So what did he do? He made a compromise that the Portuguese will not support the Mughals against the Marathas. That's mean if Chhatrapati would not have been there, then our country would have been destroyed by enemies from different corners. Chapter 2. You might have noticed that we don't have majestic temples in the North India region as we have it in the Southern region. The reason is iconoclasm. That's mean an attempt to destroy the identity of a country. Because of iconoclasm, many temples were destroyed in India. The same process happened in Greece, which destroyed Greece's ancient culture. But Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj stopped the invasion from the north every time. And he not only stopped the attack, he became a loud voice of justice in Tamil Nadu. Tiruvannamalai and Samudra Perumai were two promised temples, and were popular in every corner of India. These temples were destroyed and looted, and mosques were constructed from the raid of these temples. Friends, just like Chhatrapati, even I don't have any problem with the extent of mosques. Chhatrapati respected the peoples of every state. But you can't please the Almighty by insulting the seeds, destroying it, or by instilling fears among people. This is the work of the devil. Chhatrapati knew this. That's why he destroyed the mosque and rebuilt the temples. There I know that many people will ask, where is the proof? Then read Karnataka Rajakalla Savistra Charitam. The proof will be in front of you. Chapter 3. Chhatrapati saw the dream of a Hindu kingdom. Often, many people are afraid to show Hindu kingdom. Today, many people think that accepting Hindu identity is a big sin. Under the burden of secularism, we are erasing our identity. But Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj has made it clear that this country belongs to the locals. It's our, it's your, it's everyone. And the beauty of this country is that we welcome one and all. Those who respect our welcome and our own peoples, and those who take this welcome for granted and attack us instead are the enemy of the country. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj had made it clear for good. That's why even today he is considered as a management guru, which we can learn from Chhatrapati, because his fight was always on the side of the truth. That's why he never raped women after winning the war. He never looted people's home. He never destroyed the farm. Chhatrapati did not do any acts which a robber, a thief, or a dacoit. He was truly a people's king. That's mean he gave his everything for the boundaries, the culture, and for the independence of our country. Lord Mountbatten, who was the last viceroy of India, had once said, had Shivaji been born in England, we would not only have ruled the earth, but the whole universe. Hitler had once said, if you want Swaraj, then learn to fight like Shivaji. Even his biggest enemy Aurangzeb had once said, Allah, you gave me an enemy fearless and upright. Please keep your doors to heaven open for him, because the world's best and large-hearted warrior is coming to you. So one question to today's historians, those who have no connection with our countries, with our outsider, who are outsider. If they can respect Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, then why can't we? The point is, every person who has deeply studied Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's history, he knows Chhatrapati's value. He does not consider him a local hero, but a national hero. But still, Shivaji Maharaj is not going to win today. He is losing today. Before 2016, there used to be only one line about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in the NCERT textbook. There were a lot of protests, and after that a chapter was introduced. Progress is very good, but can his entire contribution be summed up in just one chapter? Those stories of hero and missing from our history textbook. This video is not just about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. This video is about every social reformer who both changed in India. But what problem does our education system has with such social reforms? Let's understand some facts. Today, different historians are taught in different states. Children know the history of those kings who were born in their state. But when you go outside the state, everyone is clueless. Yes, some names sound familiar, some statues look familiar, a road or an airport is named after a local hero. But what difference does it make? What is there in the name? The name can be anybody. The name can be also a villain. The closest railway station to Nalanda is named Bhaktiyapur Junction, and General Bhaktiyapur Khilji, who had destroyed Nalanda University, and this is exactly what happened when we don't know our history. S.L. Bhairappa says that the school textbook should have facts, not ideologies. In 1960s, PM Indira Gandhi has established a committee to revise our school textbook, where Ms. Bhairappa raised an important question, that it is important for children to know about Aurangzeb and Tipu Sultan, but it is equally important to know about negative impacts they posed. When it comes to include the negative impacts in textbook, then what happened? The community was dismissed and it was removed from textbook as an objectionable material. Assume that our leaders had taken an oath to whitewash our invaders, and I think this whitewashing tradition is still being continued. Remember, half of the country's conflict are due to regarding our an incomplete history. Some of you may thinking that this is an old issue. Textbook have changed today, so many people must be knowing about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Then my friend, you are wrong. A few days back, there was an incident in Akola, Maharashtra, where a student presented in the fight between Chhatrapati and Afzal Khan on stage. But after this incident, some students complained that it hurts our religious feeling, and post this incident, the matter escalated. In order to avoid further fights, the students who presented the fight had to apologize everyone on the stage. But why? There is our history. We have read it since childhood. We have seen it in movies. So what difference does it make to show the incident on the stage? It make a difference because we teach different people different histories so that their feelings are not hurt. Till date, we have not been able to understand that facts do not make us secular. Dialogues make us secular. Why does we still teach different histories in different schools, different states, different boards, and different religions? This question is important. It is important to remember Chhatrapati because a person does not die once but twice. Once when he leaves the world, and the second time when he dies from where he leaves our memories. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was only of 16 years when he saw the dreams of Swaraj. Today we are part of that Swaraj. But now we have to make this Swaraj strong. We have to keep this country united. And this is not easy. This is why it's important that every children of our country know about him who first ruled of Swaraj. And that is why we talk about him through our videos. We keep the conversation going. We tell you new stories, even if it is only 1%. We work to pass the knowledge to the next generation. If even you want to help us in our work, then share this video. Because someone has said the truth. In our history textbook, we are never taught in our history textbook. We are never taught Indian history. We are the thought of Delhi, the country that celebrate our defeats more than our victories, where the villains are more famous than our heroes. Such nation can never make a progress. That is why we want to share with you the stories of Maharana Pratap and Peshwa Bajirao, because preventing our historical heroes from becoming a history make a difference to me.